Hello there, YouTube. The Tiddlywinks is here, and I wanted to get into a serious subject. I might not make any friends here. I might make a lot. It all depends. I'm not really on one side or the other on any political views, but I just wanted to put my take into some things. First off, Isaac is headed toward Louisiana, which brings me back to Katrina and what a catastrophe that was. And well, it kind of brought up a lot of Second Amendment things with me, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how our Second Amendment rights seem to be teeter-tottering toward people trying to control them a little more, and toward our government getting a little unconstitutional with it. And I wanted to go ahead and I'm going to put up a picture right here and show you. There's actually military moving in right now to Louisiana again, and hopefully it's not another tale of gun confiscation like last time, which I am putting the links below. But let me go ahead and feed this picture in. Okay, so as you can see, the military's already moved in to Louisiana, and as y'all remember, if you haven't seen the videos of gun confiscation in the New Orleans area during the Katrina, there's going to be links to the description below, and there's a lot of people that were disarmed, and law-abiding people that were trying to protect everything that they had and all they had in their houses from looters who were basically given free roam because those law-abiding citizens were not allowed to have guns, and they were confiscated from them, which is completely, utterly, and totally unconstitutional. And I disrespect very much whoever called that order in. That's funny because when Bush was in office, everybody called me a liberal because I didn't like the hard things that he was doing with the Patriot Act and spying on people and making Americans look like the terrorists as well as Al-Qaeda. And now that Obama's in office, I'm called a conservative. It's kind of funny. I'm just an independent thinker, and all I believe in is our Constitution and liberty and freedom for all. And every day I see more news stories, more junk on them trying to take our freedoms away. Our freedom of speech, our freedom of the press. I don't know if y'all saw the Brandon Robb thing in the press, the Marine that was taken to a mental institution because he was using freedom of speech. He doesn't believe that 9/11 was a terror attack, so they took him to a mental institution and disappeared him until some really good lawyers finally found him and got a judge to drop the case, which there actually was no case because they didn't arrest him. They just said he was crazy, and it was the FBI and police who said he was crazy, nobody else, and they threw him in there until somebody could get him out. Now, what my question is Obama, for some reason, the whole time Bush was in office, Al-Qaeda was the enemy, Al-Qaeda was the enemy, Al-Qaeda was the enemy. Now with Obama, Al-Qaeda's our friend helping us in Syria. And it's just amazing what they keep changing around and trying to get you to believe. And what I'm wondering is if Mitt Romney's going to have the same agenda. From what I've read, he really doesn't believe in the Second Amendment that much either. His ideas and beliefs in just about every area are the same as Obama's, judged by his voting record. He has voted in, or tried to vote in, a lot of anti-gun legislation. And I wanted to also talk about the UN Arms Trade Treaty, the National Defense Authorization Act, the Patriot Act, and how they're unconstitutional. They're an invasion of privacy, unwanted surveillance, and illegal search and seizure, and indefinite detention without trial or even if you're found innocent, indefinite detention through executive order. Now that is not what our Constitution stands for whatsoever. That is not what our country stands for whatsoever. That is what Stalin would do or Hitler would do. And that, to me, just is, I mean, it was heartbreaking when that passed. And it's sad that Obama has taken such a sharp turn after so many people have believed in him and that he could actually change things and make this country a better place. Now, as you know, the UN Arms Trade Treaty was backed up for a little while. Their plan didn't go through, so Wayne LaPierre came out and basically said, we don't want it here in America. For you that do not know who Wayne LaPierre is, he is the Vice President and CEO of the National Rifle Association. Now, he has seen the other countries around the world that have signed this be completely disarmed. And what's funny is Chapter 15 in the UN Arms Trade Treaty actually states, those who will not give up their arms in America, they'll go ahead and have UN troops come in and take them from you. This is America. We have arms for a reason, and that's to keep things like this from happening. And, you know, an unarmed America would be in such chaos, and we would just become slaves. We'd be done for, because there's nothing we can do to defend ourselves anymore against tyranny. I know this is getting real political, but you know, if there's things that you believe in or that you don't believe in, you have a voice, believe it or not, even though they kind of have the system corrupt. I mean, where the people have not so much of a voice anymore. Congress can definitely still stand up to the executive branch and the judicial branch. And Congress, if they want to put their tail between their legs and hide because of executive order, that's fine. But if they see that enough people are upset about something like the UN Arms Trade Treaty or the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, or the Patriot Act, if they see that enough people are upset about that, you know, write them and email them, call them, whatever you got to do. Talk to your representatives, talk to your Senate from your state, because, you know, maybe it can change something. You know, if you just sit back and watch it happen, there's nothing you can do with it. If this arms trade treaty goes through and all of a sudden your guns are taken away, well, what did you do to stop it, you know? And also, all I wanted to say is, if it's unconstitutional, fight it. And because that is what if our forefathers look back and saw all these unconstitutional things being done, I think that they would be completely and utterly ashamed of how we've let this country become. We're owned by the Federal Reserve because they had to bail us out during the Depression, and we still haven't paid them back. Our country has become the police of the world, and I'm just hoping to God that something will change and that some more people will wake up to all this stuff, because they just keep sliding more and more of it in. Like I was saying, the whole Al-Qaeda being our enemy and now they're our friend, like, and they just say it all lightly on the news like it's no big deal. These are the people that we've been fighting for, what, 10 years now? 11 years? And now they're our best friends. That's really disturbing to me, that we wasted all that time. If they were just going to be our friends, then why did we waste all that time fighting them, getting them out of Iraq, supposedly, and Afghanistan, and starting a new country there? But anyway, I'm going to end my rant here. Sorry if any of my subscribers don't believe the same thing I do. And by the way, even at the local level, if you have problems, like I was stating in the Empire State Building thing, Bloomberg, you can go ahead and vote him out. You know, votes do count. And if enough people vote for enough things or vote against enough things, then those things will eventually the power of the people is a lot bigger than the power of the government, because there's a lot more people than there are government. So voice your opinions, put out your issues, and don't worry about what they think about it. And don't just sit back and hope that somebody else will do it. Thank you for your time. Tiddlywinks is here. Rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. And go ahead and throw in the comments about what you think about what I wrote here, and what you think about this video, and whether you think that the Isaac is going to be another Katrina. Thank you. Have a good day.